Hey guys, welcome back to the Fun Times with Diego channel. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out all our other videos. And if you like what you see, make sure you smash that like button and give us a comment. So in today's video, I thought I would do a video about Diego's birth. He was born on March 6, 2018. He was 7 pounds and 20 inches long. He was born a week late, so that wasn't very fun. So at my 40-week appointment, my doctor was like, all right, well, hopefully we'll see you over the weekend. And that didn't happen. Every day after the due date, we would try to do anything just to kind of get things going, try to induce labor, walks, going up and down stairs, different foods, things like that. Lunges, nothing worked. The Friday before he was born, my contractions were getting really bad and really close together. They were probably about anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes apart. So we went to the hospital Friday night and they checked me when I got there, and I think at that point I was only about 2 centimeters dilated. So they're like, all right, we'll check you after a couple hours and we'll see how you've progressed. And after 2 hours, like, nothing had happened. So they're like, sorry, but we have to send you home. Nothing's happening. So that was disappointing. So basically all weekend we didn't get any sleep, George and I. I didn't get any sleep, obviously, because of contractions. He didn't get any sleep because he's thinking it's going to be any minute now. When is this going to happen? So finally on Monday, that following Monday, I had my 41-week appointment, and at that point, my doctor was like, okay, you're far enough along now, what do you want to do? And I was basically like, get him out of me. Like, I cannot do this anymore. I haven't slept in like 3-4 days. Just get him out. So they're like, all right, so come back in an hour, we'll get a room for you, we'll induce you, and we'll get things going. So my mother-in-law and I went to the cafeteria and got some food, and then we went back to the room, and probably between 12 and 1 is when they induced me. And then we called George at work and told him to come on over, and then I had them give me the epidural because I was so sleep deprived at that point that I was like, any sleep that I can get before it's time is gonna be awesome. So George and I basically slept until he was born, unless they had to wake us up to tell us something or to do something. And then during that time, luckily my sister Chelsea was able to drive down from Colorado to be there. And so we basically were just all waiting. George's dad was able to drive down from Colorado too to be there. The labor wasn't too bad. You know, I kind of just tried to relax as much as possible and sleep as much as possible. Every now and then they came in and said they were going to do something or asked a question if I wanted something done. And anytime they asked me something, I would just kind of ask my mother-in-law, like, what do you think of that? Because she is a nurse practitioner, so that was pretty cool to have her there, so that way she knows if I should do something or shouldn't do something. They did put me on some type of medication or give me something to, I think, to help move the contractions along, make them be quicker. But that ended up making Diego's heartbeat drop a little bit, so they took me off of it, and luckily his heartbeat just went back right up. And besides that, I don't think anything really major happened during that time. So finally at about just before 4 in the morning, they're like, all right, it's time to start pushing. So, and that didn't take very long at all. I think I pushed for, I think they said about 40 minutes before he was born, and that was at 4:24 a.m. So after he was born, we stayed in the hospital for probably about another 3 days. We checked in on Monday and left on a Thursday. During that time, I checked his kidneys because he did have enlarged kidneys. which is a very common thing. But they just want to check them and make sure they're okay. And then, so the test that Diego was given while he was still in the hospital, I believe, was for his glucose, which was done every 12 hours, and just to make sure that stayed regular. And then he was in the NICU for a little bit, mainly because the hospital that we gave birth in doesn't have a nursery, so they would bring the babies to the NICU, even if it was for things that weren't that critical, and they brought him there to kind of check on his kidneys and see how those were doing. And then for the rest of the stay, it was basically just, learning how to do things, breastfeeding, swaddling, diaper changes, all that good stuff, make sure that you have the hang of it before they let you go home. So yeah, everything pretty much went pretty smoothly. So yeah, that's my story about how things went giving birth to Diego. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that. And we will see you guys next time. Bye!